In this video, we will learn how to draw a molecule in Adobe Illustrator. So we're going to go over here to the left. You should see two columns of tools. If you don't, go up to Window, click on Toolbars, and click on Advanced. You should also see a Control toolbar up top. If you don't, make sure that this box is checked right here. That'll add that Control toolbar. Okay, so go over here on the left, click with the left mouse button and hold, and go down to the Polygon tool. Okay, and then I want you to click and hold, and you should see a hexagon. If you don't, click the up while holding the left mouse button, click the up and down arrows, and you should see, and click up until you see a hexagon. Okay, just like that. Hold the shift key to hold it flat. Okay, so you see that I'm holding the shift key to make sure that it is that the bottom edge is horizontal. Okay, so we're going to first draw our benzene. So we want a hexagon, and let's draw a more complicated molecule just so you know how to draw the whole thing. Let's add two benzene rings together. We're going to add the double bonds in a little bit, but let's just hold the Alt key. So you see that little mouse, that little cursor, that white cursor right next to the black cursor. Okay, hold it down and click on the left mouse button and hold and drag it over and release. Okay, so what I want you to do is hold the Alt key and spin the mouse wheel. Okay, so you're zoomed in here. I want you to click on, so move your mouse till you see anchor. See how that little bitty text that says anchor. Okay, so click on that with your left mouse button, hold, and then go all the way over here until it overlaps with that line. You should see that blue line overlap with the other blue line. Okay, and then release. So it should be nice and joined right there. Okay, so now you've combined two benzene rings together. Okay, so now we're going to create that long carbon chain. Okay, so I'm going to hold the Alt key, click on the left mouse button and release. And now I'm just going to cut this molecule. So I'm going to go over here. You probably will see an eraser tool. Just click and hold and go down to the scissors tool. And I want you to go right up to this corner till it says anchor. Click and then go over to this corner until it says anchor and click, and that cut this shape at those two objects. Go over here to the selection tool, and you should see that it only selects that object that you cut away. Delete that, and so now you have the beginnings of that carbon chain. So I want you to drag this over until it joins up with there. It should say intersect. Okay, hold the Alt key, left mouse button, and release. And I want you to take this and go all the way till you see that intersect button right there. Okay, if I zoom in by holding the Alt key and spinning the mouse wheel, you see it's kind of broken right there. Okay, so I want to join that together. So I'm going to select those 2 points just with the regular selection tool. I'm going to hold Control and press J. See, now that combines that. And you can just keep that chain going. Hold the Alt key, do the same thing right there till you see intersect. Select those and do Control J. So now you have that long carbon chain. So let's start adding these double bonds in this molecule to make these benzenes. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure when I scale an object that it doesn't scale the strokes and effects. So I'm gonna select on an object, or actually I don't even have to select on an object, just type the S key that moves us into the scale function. Notice how my cursor changed, and then I press the enter key, and that gives us the options of the scale function. See, it says scale up top. Now, you want to make sure that these two boxes are not checked. They want to be open just like they are right now. And just click OK. So that just makes sure that when you're scaling an object, it doesn't change the width of the lines. Okay. So now I'm going to select this benzene ring. I'm going to hold the Alt key, left mouse button and drag. That copies this object. Oh, and you notice that there's a fill in this line. We don't want fills. So I'm going to select all these objects and I'm going to remove that fill. See? So now there's no fill that you can see through this object. I'm going to move it back onto this object here. Boom, just right on top. Now I'm going to scale this overlaying hexagon by going down to this corner and clicking and holding, and then I'm going to press the Alt key. What the Alt key does is it makes sure it keeps it in place. See, it's all right around the center of the object. And then I'm going to hold the Shift key. The Shift key makes sure it scales things proportionally. So now it's going to scale it proportionally and keep it centered. I'm going to go down right about so I see about the width of what I want a double bond to look like. I'm going to release on the mouse button first, then release the Alt and the Shift key. Okay, now I'm going to cut around this object. Let's actually, before I do that, I'm going to copy this, hold Alt, click and drag, and move this over to this other object. Okay, and let's say I off-center this. Let's say, oh man, I placed this completely wrong here. So I want to select both of these hexagons. I'm going to click with my left mouse button again on this bigger hexagon. That makes it the target object or the key object. And then I'm going to center this without moving this outer object. I'm only going to move this center hexagon. So I'm going to go up to these alignment tools and do vertical align center and horizontal align center. That places it right in the middle. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to start cutting this ring. So I'm just going to cut right around at these corners. Okay, just like that. Let's do the same thing for the other one. Okay. And now we are going to just delete this one. Oh, looks like it. Okay. Delete this one. Delete that one. We're deleting every other one. Okay. And this one, and this one. Okay. So that makes these the benzene ring, alternating double bonds. And so that's great. Now if you want to add another double bond here, then you want to pick a line with the same angle like this one. Hold the Alt key, left mouse button, and drag it over till it looks about right. And there you go. So now you're perpetuating that alternating double bond. Okay. All right, so let's add, let's say there's a nitrogen right here. Okay. So let's add an N there. So the first thing I want to do is I want to, let's create the letter. So I'm just going to type it here. I just clicked on the text tool and I just clicked on the screen with the left mouse button and hold Shift and press N. That's a capital N. You can change the size, you can change the font to Arial. It's probably Myriad Pro, but change it to Arial. You might actually have to look for it down there. And I don't know, 24 font is good. Just depends on the thickness of the line that you're drawing. Oh, by the way, these were 4-point lines. So you can increase the line thickness here to go to 4 points. Okay. All right, so there's the size of the N. I'm just going to place it right here in the center. It's going to look really ugly right now, but what we're going to do is we're going to add a white box around this N so that you can see it. Okay. So, and I'm going to click on this draw behind. See right here? That's draw behind. Okay, so I want to draw behind the last object that I selected. I'm going to change this to a white fill. I'm going to click again on this object. Okay, just so to make sure I'm going to draw behind that object. And then I'm going to click this pen tool right here. And I'm going to start over here. Give it a little bit of space. Oh, it's going to make it black. So much for draw behind. Okay. Alright, so let's select that tool and change that to white and see. There you go. I'm going to select this object and then I'm going to click on this direct selection tool. Let's click on this anchor, hold shift and click on this anchor. And then I'm going to go real close, so I hold on that path and let's bring it down just a little bit. So that makes it, there we go. All right, so there's 4 bonds going to this end, so I'm going to need a, I'm going to change this to black, change this to text, and I'm going to add a little plus sign. And I'm drag this around there, since there's 4 bonds going to a nitrogen. Oh, look, it's behind that one, because I'm still select on the draw behind. So I'm going to click on draw in front. Click back on this plus tool, right click, arrange, bring to front. Okay. All right, so now we're building this molecule. Let's select all of this and move it down. Okay. Now let's say we have SO3 over here, sulfate group. So I'm going to hold the Alt key and spin my mouse wheel. Let's put a S in there. We're going to make some double bonds. Now it's going to be perpendicular to this line. There's a way we can do this specifically. So, but I'm just going to draw the line. I'm not going to be fancy. I think we can be a little artistic here and just make sure you draw that line perpendicular. Make it a little short. Looks pretty good. Let's go up to 4. And do the same, be right next to that one. And you want this, actually to make that one, let's just copy this line. And actually I want to make it a little bit longer. Hold the Alt key and drag it over. Select these 2, hold the Alt key, left mouse button, drag it down. Okay. And then you're going to draw this line, you want it to be straight out. So I'm actually going to use this line as a guide. So I'm going to click and hold, and this stupid little thing is in my way. Okay, there we go. And go back to this regular selection tool, click and drag. That one looks a little too long, and I'm going to drag it down here. And notice that I'm going along where there's that purple line. See, if I go like this, there's no purple line that's along this one. I'm just going to go drag it down, and let's move this out. It's pretty good. All right, and let's do a capital O. Hold the Alt key, drag it down. Hold the Alt key, click on the left mouse button, drag it up. Okay, this is going to be a negative sign here because there's only 1 bond going to the O. So I'm just going to click on the line, click here the left mouse button, hold the shift key so that it's horizontal. Let's change this to black. And I want to increase the thickness just a little bit. Okay, hold the Alt key, drag the mouse wheel, and there you go. That's how you draw a molecule in Adobe Illustrator.